Our paper is directing human attention and event localization for clinical timeline creation. This is joint work with Monica Agrawal, Pedram Razavi, and David Sontag. Electronic health records are important because the scale of data they contain potentially enable us to answer important questions such as which treatment will lead to the best outcome for a patient, or what is a patient's expected disease trajectory. But to answer these questions, we must first construct a timeline of events, and many of these dates are only present in the text of an EHR. The problem is that using human experts to label these is costly and inefficient, as records can have over 50 notes per patient, whereas using a machine learning method directly is error-prone on complex cases. So how can we construct timelines in a both robust and efficient way? Our solution is to bring the human into the loop. First, we train a natural language processing model using a label dataset. Then during prediction, our system has the option of either using this model directly if it's confident, or to first query a domain expert for labels iteratively before making a more confident prediction. Because querying is done in an iterative way, the expert only has to read one note instead of sifting through all 50. Here in this setting, we are trying to identify when metastasis occurred in a breast cancer patient, and this graph marks the cumulative probability of the model over time. The model makes this as the extracted date prediction, and it is very confident as the probability spikes quickly from 0 to 1. The system decides that no queries are required, and it turns out that the model is correct. But here, the model is far less confident in the second example because the probability is a lot smoother. This uncertainty is in fact reflected in the notes themselves. So the system smartly decides to query the expert at one of the uncertain notes, and it receives a human label. It can then use this label to update its probability and make a more confident prediction. We investigate the best policy for deciding which note to query the expert with, and we propose a method called model-derived query utility, which in short chooses the note which, if labeled, would be expected to shift the estimated date by the most days. We apply this framework on 2 tasks, and here on this graph, we plot accuracy on the y-axis and the number of queries on the x-axis. We see that our method has higher accuracy than the ML model alone, with far fewer queries than the human alone. In summary, using our hybrid framework can reduce errors by 80% while using only 15% of annotation cost, which is essential when it comes to building real-world data at scale. Thank you.